right? So this is the way my office would look if I just had a window light. And now we're back to the way that we had it before. Today, we're gonna be talking about lighting. And if you're somebody who's a videographer, photographer, or you're looking for that perfect gift for that creative person in your life, lights are the best way to go because these will last you a long time, especially if you buy the ones that I'm about to recommend today, because these have lasted me either years or they've kept up with me as I've grown as a videographer and photographer. And the reason lighting is so important is because that is the key to being a good videographer and photographer is learning how to manipulate your lights and your shadows. And the great part about the lights that I'm going to be recommending for you today is that they're not going to be costing too much. So whether you need to get somebody a great key light for them to light themselves with, or maybe you need to get them some accent lights to add to the lighting setup, every single one that I will be recommending for you today is going to be budget friendly and easy to find on Amazon. And everything that I'm talking about today, I'll be linking below as well. So let's start with the first one, which is going to be your key light. So the key light is the one that is lighting my face right now. And the reason this one is so important is because this is the one that's going to be lighting your subject almost every single time. So you want to make sure to get a key light that is going to be bright and gives you different options of lighting to play with. So the one I'm using today is the newer HS60B. And this is perfect for the creative person in your life who likes to keep everything light and compact. This is small and easy to carry around with you wherever you go. One of my favorite features about this light, which I wish every single light had nowadays, is that it has a mobile app. So you can control it through your phone. See, I'm able to mess with this right on my phone. So I don't even have to be by the light. I can actually be, if I want it brighter, I can get it brighter. Whoa. If I want it dimmer, I can get a lot dimmer. And I'm doing all this through my phone. Now, one thing that I did have to purchase extra with this was the lantern softbox, and that just allows the light to distribute itself more throughout the room. So it's not just blazing at your subject's face, kind of giving you all that light, just in one source. It spreads it out evenly throughout the room. So you have a softer, more natural look. The next lights that we're gonna be talking about is our newer light wand. And these are the two that you see back here on my bookshelves. And what I actually did was just get Velcro, stick it on the bookshelf, and then stick it on the light. So then I could take them off, put them on, and if I need to travel with them and set them up on a tripod, they actually have the screw on the bottom that you can just screw onto a tripod. So these are very easily portable. And the great thing about these is that you don't have to plug them in. You can charge them through your USB and they stay charged for quite a bit of time. And so I've used these for so many of my photo shoots, my video shoots, and as you can tell, I use them a lot in my office when I'm doing these talking head setups. Now, these aren't able to be used through your iPhone app, but they do come with a remote and you can control them together with the same remote as well. So I thought that was a really cool feature that they have. And another great feature that they have is these blinds or shades that they come with. So you can actually control the light and how you open and close. So if you wanted like a really cool shot with like a flare of light shooting right through, you could have it like this. Or if you want to kind of spread it out more evenly, you can open up like that. So having these around, again, I've used them in so many different shoots and in so many different ways. So I like to carry these around with me when I do travel with them. All right, the next light that we're gonna be talking about is a recent purchase for me. And this I saw all over TikTok and I've been wanting it, but never really wanted to pull the trigger. And I saw that there was a sale for it on Black Friday. So I thought, hey, why not? And this is the newer LED flashlight. Now, one of the reasons that I wanted to purchase the flashlight was because it allows you to change out the discs that's in front of the light, which gives you really cool shapes for your background. So anytime you want to kind of switch it up or add something different, you're able to do that. Now, this one only has four features, which is going to be a blue, a red, a yellow, and then just a regular LED flashlight. Again, I wish there was more options, but for the price and for how well it's built, I think it's definitely worth it. And the great thing about this is that you could use it in so many different ways. I've used it as a key light, but I've had it real far away, so it's not like blaring me in the face. I like to use it right now in the background just to kind of cast a cool little shadow over here, as you can tell. Or if you just want to use it as a means of getting around, I was actually, when I first got it, I was playing with my son and just kind of using it as a light to be like, oh, I got you, you know what I mean? And the build quality on this is really good. It's very sturdy, very heavy, very hard. You can tell it's actually made with metal. So I'm assuming if you drop it, it won't be that much of a pain. But I don't recommend that you drop your lights because if you hit the LED, there's going to be some damage done and it may cause it to not work anymore. So all of these lights, I take care of myself. That's also why they've lasted me so long, is because I don't just throw them around or hit them against things. I make sure that I always pack them well or I keep them in a safe place. And the last one that we're gonna be talking about, I've had for years, and I don't think they make these model anymore, so I'm gonna list the newer updated one. But these are the Light RGB little pocket lights. And the reason I like these is because it gives you so many different options to mess with color-wise, volume-wise. You can use them pretty much anywhere. You can pack them in your bag. They don't really take up much space because how small they are. And like I said, I've had these for, man, 5, 7 years, something like that, and they continue to work. And it's really good because they're portable. So again, you just plug them in, charge them up, and then you can take them with you anywhere and everywhere. And the last one I want to talk to you all about is actually a bonus light, and that's actually my lamp that I have right over here. And I think it's a Gove or Govee home light or something like that, but it's a light bulb that you just screw into any lamp, and you're actually able to change the colors on it. So it just syncs to your phone, and then you have a lot of different color options. Again, I like using this one as just a simple light that you can have off to the side, change the colors whenever you're trying to change up the mood of your shot. And again, these are really easy to use and they're not that expensive. And I think this one actually came in a 4-pack. So if you get one of these, you can actually just attach them in different places with lamps and get really, really good soft lighting. Now, what I want to do next is show y'all what it looks like to have all these lights off and what it looks like to have them on. Now, this is what the scene looks like with all the lights lit up. And we're slowly going to be taking away the lights so you can see why they're so important to the scene, but also that you don't need all of them. You just need a couple to make it look really well. So let's start off by shutting off the tube lights. All right, so it doesn't make a big difference. It still looks really good because, they're not lit. It still looks fine. So that's what I mean. You don't need a lot of lights, but when you do have them, if you put them in strategic places, it's gonna make your lighting look well. Now let's turn off these Wii lights. Now it's looking a little bit more moodier, a little bit more cinematic. We have one main light, which is gonna be our key light off to this side. And then we have our newer flashlight over to this side, which is giving us this reflection right over here. So next one I'm gonna be shutting off is gonna be that newer light. All right, now we have only two lights, which is our key light and then our lamp right over here. So I'm gonna go ahead and shut off the lamp. Whoa, look at that. Now our only light right now is going to be the key light from Newer. And this is what it looks like with the light off. Can't see anything, right? So this is why lighting is so important. Now, if I opened up my window, we can probably get some more lighting in, right? So this is the way my office would look if I just had a window light. Not too bad, right? It's off to the side, still giving me some good lighting on my face, but doesn't really look that appealing or pleasing, especially if you're going for a professional videographer look. Now let's start with our key light once again. And this is usually how I like to start lighting my scene. I have everything off, then we'll start with the key light, and then after that, I start messing around with the accent lighting. First one first is going to be the flashlight. All right, I love the way it looks. Like, to me, this is just a really good setup if you wanted more of that cinematic look for your shots, especially if I was using maybe like a 50 or an 85mm lens. It would be so much tighter and it would make these shadows and lights pop a lot more. But to me, this still looks really good. Now let's start off by turning those tube lights back on. All right, you see that looks great, especially because it gives a little focus over to the photo up there, and it makes me stand out as well because it's giving me some backlighting. Now let's do the Wii lights. First one that we're gonna do is the one over here by the whiskey bottles. Now this one I like because it gives you a little lighting over to this side, and now this other Wii light I have lighting up the other part of my face, but I have it far away so that it's not burning me on this side, but it's kind of lighting up that shadow that's on my face. And then last but not least, we're going to be turning on the lamp in the background. And now we're back to the way that we had it before. So I'm going to list all of these down below. If you guys want to purchase any of them, go ahead and do that. But like I said, if you had anyone to choose first, I highly recommend starting off with a key light. If you want something else, I think that flashlight is really good, especially because you can do so many different things with it. I think these tube lights would be maybe my third choice. But if you're tight on a budget, these little Wii lights are perfect for your everyday shoot, no matter what. So I hope you guys had a lot of fun watching this video. I'm having a lot of fun doing these Vlogmas episodes. So if you have anything you want to see or any other recommendations for videos that I should be doing, comment that down below, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace out.